Grand opening, grand closing. Welcome, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers. It's your only friend, these YouTube streets, PlayStation77. We're going to discuss two topics in this video. First topic, we're going to talk about Destin and Gary, and how he's catching heat from many members within the Xbox community who support his channel over his opinions of Xbox tax. And we're going to talk about Sony, PlayStation, expanding their second party relations, despite the fact that apparently the company is going under. All right, so those are the two topics. You should see chapters, so I would appreciate if you watch the whole video, enjoy the content. But if you're only interested in one topic or the other, once the chapters are up, it'll make it easier for you to choose what you want. But overall, I want to say thank you so much for taking the time to watching this video. If you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this content, I invite you to like and subscribe and see some of my previous contents, which are very recent. I think you'll enjoy those as well if you're new to the channel. And I hope you stick around, enjoy more content, and stick around for the podcast. And that's all I really ask. Just stick around, enjoy the content. Whether you agree or disagree, looking forward to your comments and your opinions. Definitely looking forward you to being part of the 60 Frames No Lag family, joining the podcast, and have a great conversation in the comment section. But, let's talk about the first topic, and you can see it right over here, right? I'm going to enlarge it, but this is the end result. I'm going to start from the end, and then we're going to work and talk about the beginning. Destin Legary has been into quite the discussion with the people that support his channel and his brand, his content. And ultimately, seems like he bent the knee and he just pretty much resulted. This is his tweet. He said, "I think I said what I'm going to say about the Xbox tax at this point. I've been an Xbox fan since the start, and that's never going to change. I believe the Xbox brand is about to have an incredible 2024, and it feels like it's just the tip of the iceberg. I always seen the path to further success for Xbox. Feel like they have all the pieces set up exactly right now, and once they really hit their stride, it will be undeniable. Looking forward to watching it all play out and discussing along the way." So it just sounds like he's placating. He just gave up, and he's smart move. He's just finishing on a positive note and finishing off that Xbox is just going to be outstanding. But what caused this and how do we get here is simply Destin doesn't believe the Xbox tax is real, and he voiced his opinion. He made a video about it on his channel, and he got huge backlash from his very own community, especially those that support his channel. He has a YouTube channel, over 100K subscriber, very successful. He worked hard at it, and he caused some heat to the point where he talked about losing members and potentially losing money, and this was a big deal for him. So I'm just gonna show you a little snippet of him talking about that, and it's not a lot, maybe about a little bit, but I'm gonna let him talk, and then I'm gonna explain. And if Destin, you're listening to this, which you're probably not, which is okay, but anybody else, I want to explain something on what you did and why you're here, because I think you're genuine. This right here, seeing your expression, seeing your face, seeing your mannerisms, right? I think you are very confused on what happened, and I'm going to explain to you and to a lot of members of the community what is happening and why it's happening. Now, some know this and some don't, and he's one of those that don't. But let's listen to this.
A little bit more of a dialogue, but I don't have a ton of time, by the way, because the kids are going to do nap time and everything. So yeah. Michael, thank you for the $10. I don't know what they're called, tip or whatever, but I really appreciate it. Especially like I'm losing subscribers because of my post about the Xbox tax, where I talk about why I think the Call of Duty correlation is bad. And like Mafro, why are you even, if you think that me working at IGN means I can't sit here and have a personal opinion, why are you watching my channel? Like I don't get it, man. What? You think I spent 3 years of my life developing a channel dedicated to talking about the awesome stuff that Xbox is doing, and how I believe in what Xbox is doing, and I see their roadmap towards success. You think I did that for 3 years to make one video where I disagree with the community that lost me subscribers, that means I will lose money for making. Like, what are you talking about? Yes, my plan to lose subscribers, lose money, be bombarded with negativity online is a complete roaring success. I can be dead wrong. That's fine. You can think I'm wrong. Math bro. That's fine. But the idea that I can't have a personal opinion and also work it on IGN, come on. You're shilling for IGN erases all of that. It's not just IGN posts that I'm talking about. None of the posts that I even referenced in the original video have anything to do with IGN as far as I can tell. They were all just Call of Duty reviews being bad. Call of Duty on Metacritic right now is scored higher on the Xbox brand than it is on the PlayStation brand. The reviews for Xbox games, the average is higher for Xbox games than it is for PlayStation exclusive games. At least on IGN. So like it's just crazy to me. Are you saying those journalists don't have bias? Everybody on planet Earth has biases, right?
So, this is him going live, and he's trying to have a conversation, have the community talk to him and stuff like that. But you heard him. He specifically said, that for 3 years, he's been working on this channel. He believes in Xbox, believes in the success, believes their vision and all that stuff. And then for 3 years. And then the one time he disagrees with the community is resulting in members leaving and him losing money. All right. And just one time. Right. So if you lose subscribers from your channel, that doesn't necessarily mean you'll lose money or whatever. So I'm assuming he's specifically talking about the membership, the things that are directly you pay to be a member of, potentially through his YouTube. And if he has a Patreon, he might have one. And people unsubscribing from there, he can clearly see the revenue loss he's about to incur due to having less members on YouTube and Patreon and whatever. So that's probably what he's talking about. And that happened just simply because he had a dissenting opinion on the Xbox tax. And if you see this video and he talks about it, he's confused. He's wondering why did you even pay attention? So I'm going to explain why, Destin. And if you're watching this, I'm being serious. I'm not joking. This is not even console war. This is absolutely something that I personally feel is happening. It's real, and you got to understand it, right? Okay. The Xbox community is a proud community that enjoys Xbox gaming. They are very proud. I'm going to use a personal experience on how proud they are, right? And this is not a shot or whatever. This is generally a true story. Everybody knows that when I tell stories, I tell true stories because it's just so much more fun than a lie. I can't even make up a lie on any of this stuff, right? Stephen King couldn't even come up with a better story. So when I bought the Xbox One in 2017, right? What made me go get an Xbox One is because of Cuphead. It was announced for Xbox and PC. It wasn't announced for PlayStation at the time, and the game looked amazing. And it's an indie, right? But it just looks so good, and it is. Cuphead's such an amazing game, right? So I said, you know what? There was an opportunity for me to get Xbox One. I got the Xbox One Halo, the 1 terabyte Halo edition. Got it. Played Cuphead. I played Halo 5. I played, Gears 4, Gears 5. I played some couple of games. As soon as I got the Xbox and I told people, hey, this is my gamer tag, this is my PlayStation77, stuff like that, hit me up, whatever, play some games, whatever. Believe it or not, even people who I argued with, had discussions, console war, whatever, they were very cool on the Xbox. Some of them said, hey, gonna give you some free games, and they gave me some free games. I didn't ask for it. Nothing. You know, one guy gave me the Gears of War remaster and stuff like that. One gave me codes to the 360 version. Someone got me Sunset Overdrive, and it was just good gamers just wanted me to play some great games on Xbox. So it was more than just, hey, you should try to get this game, you should try this game. They voluntarily provided me the codes, sent it to my friends thing, and I just downloaded the code and played the games. I said, thank you, checked it out, gave my honest opinion. Now, keep in mind, this was around 2017. Go look at my channel, try to look at my 2017 content. It was not like all of a sudden I said, oh my God, be fake and be like, oh my God, now that I got an Xbox, this is amazing, gamers lied. And I tried to, go after the emotions. I wasn't trying to be fake or whatever and stuff like that. I still spoke what I spoke, and I still spoke how I felt or whatever, right? But you have gamers that they just love Xbox. And anytime there's somebody new in the community, I ain't gonna say every time, but if there's someone new in the community, they'll give you some good games, whatever. And in my mind, when I saw that, I'm thinking, damn, these are pretty good dudes. They're just good. They're still good dudes, right? Haven't talked to them in a while. I hope everything's okay with them and stuff like that. But I'm thinking, damn, bro. The first thing I thought in my mind is, I hope nobody takes advantage of these gamers and stuff like that, right? I'm thinking, yo, like, if people are trash, just real life trash person, they could like, let's say if I was a trash person. Let's say if I didn't have no ethics or morals, I was just complete trash, right? And I see how this community moves, right? I could have easily been like, you know what? I'm gonna switch up my channel. I'm gonna just cap for Xbox, right? I'm gonna just cap for Xbox, cap for the games, and then I'll make up some fake story about, man, this game looks good, but right now things ain't going so well. I'll play when I play it. I guarantee somebody in the Xbox community would have gotten me those games. Guarantee. I guarantee somebody will be buying me games. All I gotta do is a little sob story, blah, blah, blah. Boom. All I have to do is just be part of the community, cap for the console, take the heat from everybody else. Oh, Puerto Rock, you switch, you a flip-flopper, whatever. You only whatever. Doesn't matter. Guarantee the Xbox community would have had my back, and I'll get mad stuff. True story. When the Xbox One X came out, this is like 2018, and I was talking about an Xbox, like on the Xbox chat, whatever. I mentioned that and all of you, most of you know who follow my channel, I said I'm not with the next, mid-gen refresh. PlayStation Pro or Xbox One X. I didn't care. I told them I'm not with that, whatever. PlayStation guys, some agreed with me, some didn't, whatever. On the Xbox side, some agreed, some didn't. But the difference between the Xbox guys that didn't and the PlayStation guys that didn't also, right? Both sides had people that were all about the mid-gen refresh. The PlayStation guys were like, oh, you need to get the PlayStation Pro, man. That shit is dope. That's dope. The Xbox guys on that side, when I had the conversation with them, they were like, no, the Xbox One X is crazy dope. You need to get it. In fact, I'll put up $200 and you get it. And then I had another dude, he's like, I'll put up the other $100. $300. All I had to do was put up $200 to complete the purchase and get a One X. They were willing to buy me the One X. I didn't take up on it. I'm like, dudes. I talked to them like, you guys are passionate. That's crazy. Put that money to charity or just give it to somebody that really needs gaming, man. I'm good. But like, Puerto, we see it, bro. It's nothing. Get that One X. We'll help you buy it. And I'm like, bro, I'm good. I'm just not feeling it. I'm enjoying what I got now. I'm good. I appreciate it though. I could have easily told them, give me the $300. I'll put up the $200. I could have had a One X for $200. $300 off the backs of somebody else. Easy. And I'm not saying they're suckers. They're just good people and they want people to enjoy it. And it was different. I was like, wow. But I'm not that dude to take advantage. I could buy a One X. That's like, don't worry about it. I could get that myself if I really want. If I want it, believe me, I will get it. So we good on that one, right? So you have a good community. You have a good community that actually has a lot of people that do support one another financially and stuff like that. I would say there's just no cap on that one. That's true. I personally seen it and whatever. But within that community, they're proud of the Xbox brand. Many of them, they started gaming on that, or once they started gaming on the brand, because maybe they gamed on Nintendo, Sega before, but once they got hopped onto the Xbox, that was it. That was their brand. They're not leaving. They enjoy everything about it, and that feeling just grows and grows and grows. And Microsoft as a corporation nurtures it. Xbox Fan Fest, the X. You can see Microsoft created a great strategy between the Xbox Ambassador Program and actually talking to the community. There's talk of Phil Spencer actually playing games with some of the YouTubers and stuff like that. And they nurtured this brand family type connection, all right? That everybody's down, Xbox, all that stuff. You see it in media, you see it in Fast. The whole crowd is doing all that. You see it everywhere. So that whole clique and being a fan of the brand has been nurtured. There's only one problem. No one wants to be a fan of something that's average. Like average. Like who's a fan of average, right? Okay? That's not something to be a fan about, right? And when a brand becomes average and doesn't do outstanding things, especially in the consumer electronic industry, it's just going to have average or less than average results. And that's what's been happening with the Xbox brand since the Xbox One. And it's 10 years has passed by. We're in 2023. So year after year after year after year, Xbox has been a mediocre brand, has been an average brand. But as a fan, you're not going to accept that, or they're not accepting that. It's not, they can't come to realization, yeah, this band is average. I still enjoy it. It's still cool. All this stuff, but it's average. That don't feel right. To be a fan of a brand and to support it, to spend money, to get gamers onto it, but ultimately say that it's average, that don't mix, right? So they can't reconcile that feeling, whatever. The problem is because it's average, that's all you see from all these outlets, whether it's journalists, a lot of YouTubers and content creators, and just general information, is all this negativity and averageness. What else are you going to get? Until the brand starts consistently doing breakout stuff, you're going to get average bits and stuff like that, right? And over time, that's going to get annoying if you're a fan of the brand and you're on the internet and you like to talk about Xbox and you communicate with other gamers, but all you see is all this negativity, stuff like that. That's annoying for them, right? Now enter Xbox content creators that do recognize this need to provide positive news and just positive information and to really get into the emotions and pride of this Xbox community. And that's where content creators that talk positive about Xbox, some of them talk negative about the competition, and like you, Destin, you talk great about Xbox over the last 3 years. So now these gamers are coming to you to do the things they're not getting everyone else. Because everyone else is just reporting the mediocre brand. But you and other content creators and other Xbox-centric personalities, you guys doing the things that this community wants to see. That this brand is great, that this brand has a bright future, right? And that everyone else is wrong. So they're coming to you to get the stuff that they can't get anywhere else. And like you said, for the last 3 years, you built this channel believing in Xbox vision, the positivity, and all that stuff. Now, keep in mind, over the last 3 years, it has not been gravy for Xbox. But again, everyone else is reporting that. Xbox, Microsoft launching with no games. Everyone else reported that. According to you, or I don't know if you did, but it doesn't sound like you were talking about that. Because like you said, you had this channel for 3 years. But this is the first time you went against the community. You had an opposite view of the community. So I'm only going by that, what you said. This is the first time. So that means you probably really didn't dive deep into the failures of Microsoft launching a console with no games. Xbox 2022 was a complete disaster. Absolutely abysmal. But everybody was covering that. But the Xbox content creators, they did their best to diminish it. Be like, hey, things are bad, whatever. But Game Pass did give us a lot of great games. And I'm sure the future of Xbox is looking bright. They did that stuff. That's what this Xbox community wants to hear, right? The world's most powerful console ain't really doing world's most powerful things. But guess what? Xbox content creators is. We got an idea. It's the tools. It's the tools. The tools aren't ready. Yep, the tools. Everybody all the content creators were on the tools. That is what Xbox community wanted to hear. They wanted to hear a reasoning on why the world's most powerful console isn't performing like the world's most powerful console. And then when the tools passed, now it went from the tools to, well, now that PlayStation's the lead seller, developers is not really putting in the time. The focus is on PlayStation, and Xbox gets whatever it gets, which means it's not taking advantage of all its things, and that's why you're not performing. That is what they want to hear, while everybody else is saying the truth, that the paper specs just simply didn't deliver. You see what I'm saying? Ultimately, the audience wants to hear from you and Xbox content creators the things that they're not hearing from everybody else, and they most definitely don't want to hear what everybody else is saying on your channel, on your platform, because they get enough of it from everyone else. They want to hear positivity. They want to hear, reasonings on why things aren't going bad. They want to hear the opposing views of what everybody else is doing, and that's what they're going for. So for 3 years, you were one of those people. You were one of those people. They get to you to hear the good news, to hear the good Xbox news, to hear the dissenting opinions, to hear the things they're not hearing, and to most definitely not hear the things that they are hearing from everywhere else. That's why they came to their channel, and you provided that to them. So they were giving you money, so that way you could keep doing it. They became members, subscribed to your Patreon. They're there for your lives. They supported your channel and growth. They were willing to spend their money to help you grow, so you could keep doing the very thing they want to do in a world where most people aren't. And then you go screw it up, because now you want to be unbiased. Now you just want to have a conversation. If we can have conversation how we feel, Destin, they're not paying you money so you can just do what you want. That's not how it works. You don't go to McDonald's and the guy tells you, hey, I'm getting you a Filet-O-Fish. No, I'm ordering here. You gonna get the meal I want and you gonna prep it. That's the business you created. You didn't create this business or this YouTube channel for balance and discussing it. No. They came to your channel so you can provide lidocaine to their pain. And I know I'm making a little joke and exaggerating, but that's what they really did. You really think they're going to give you money, Destin? You really think they're going to become a member of your channel, give you their money so you can say the same things that they're already hearing from other places for free? They're already hearing from other outlets that the Xbox tax is fake. You're not being original. I'm saying it. Everyone is saying it. But they come to you because they want you to side with them. You're different. Your Xbox cause. You don't side with the rest of the world. You're here with us. And together, you're going to end up right against what they actually believe. But they're not going to pay you become your member just so they can hear the very same thing everyone else is doing. No. You have supporters that want pure Xbox positivity, and you could come up with the dissenting viewpoints that everyone else has. The majority of the gamers, the majority of everyone out there looks at this Xbox tax as stupid. Everyone knows it's stupid. But they wanted you to side with them. They wanted you to say, you know what? I'm going to side with them. Because that's what they came for. That's why they become a member for your channel. That's why they're subscribing to your stuff. Right? But you didn't do that. So if you're not going to do that, why are they going to pay you? Why are they going to support you financially? They just said, forget it. They're just going to put their money and support the Xbox content creators that do provide what they want. And that's just how it is, If you went 3 years and this is your first time, which just blows my mind, you even did the little fishy thing. Oh, by the end of the gen, Xbox and PlayStation's gonna even out. That blows my mind. You actually thought that there was a chance that Xbox Series console would be anywhere near that stuff. I thought you were trolling, but now I get the sense that you actually thought that was a real thing, and I don't know how. Maybe you didn't look at any information, or maybe you limited yourself to just the pro information, and you didn't look at the other. I don't know. I honestly don't know how you came up with that conclusion, but you did. But guess what? The Xbox gamers that support your channel loved it. That's what they want to hear. They want a world where Xbox Series consoles sells as much as PS5, if not more. They want that. They want to hear people say that, even if it's not true. Because everyone else is telling them that's not going to happen, that they're nuts. So who do they go to who's the opposite of those statements? They go to you, and they go to these other Xbox-centric podcasts. That's what they want to hear from them. But you didn't give it to them when it came to the Xbox tax. You gave them what everybody else gives them. So they're like, then why I got to listen to you for? And sure, you might think, well, it's only one time. But in their eyes, no. You're either all in or you're out. That's their attitude. And I've seen that plenty of times. You got to be all in. Every day, all day, every news article, every situation. You must look at everything from a pro Xbox angle all the time. At no point will you repeat what the general consensus is. Because if that's the case, then they'll just go to them and they could get that for free. They don't need to be a member to hear the same thing. But they are willing to pay for your dissent, for your opposite viewpoint, even if it's not true. That's it. The crazy part is there are Xbox content creators that recognize that and they take advantage of it. The money's good. The money's real good. You see a lot of pro Xbox stuff, you got them. You're gonna reap in that change. You know, you stay the line and you stay committed 100%, you'll get them easy. I think it's messed up, but it is what it is. That's just how the game goes. I think you're genuine, Destin, but I don't think you realize that a lot of your fans are there for your pro Xbox views, and they want you to look at things all the time from a pro Xbox angle. All the time. Because any negative side of it, they could just go to anybody else. There's tons of people going on the negative side. That's easy because the brand is mediocre. So that comes easy, you know? The hard part is who's willing to put their face out there and against all evidence present, you still go pro Xbox. You still give them what they want. Even when every single evidence in the world shows this is not going to happen. Use the Starfield Game of the Year. You honestly believe, Destin, that Starfield had a chance of getting a nomination? Everybody. I even told people I'll bet $100 that it's not going to get a nomination because there's no chance. It's so easy to obviously tell that this game did not hit that metric for Game of the Year level stuff. It's so easy. I could have just straight up taken so much money on a bet. It was obvious. But the community don't want obvious. They want dissenting opinions. And a lot of content creators gave it them. A lot of content creators are shocked. Oh, screw this thing, screw Jeff Keighley. Oh, they went wild. But guess what? Even if they were fake on camera and they turn off the camera and they're like, oh yeah, Starfield, that shit had no chance of becoming Game of the Year. It didn't matter. Because behind the camera, in front of the camera, speaking on the mic, they gave the audience what they want, no matter what they actually feel in real life. They gave the audience what they want. They gave the audience that pays for memberships, that pays for their Patreons. They get to feel good because that's what they're paying for. They're not paying for you to like what you like. Get out of here. Ain't go to McDonald's. People don't go to McDonald's to buy food the cashier likes. No, they go into restaurant stores to get what they like, so they paying for what they like, and they're gonna pay for your like and stuff like that, you know. And you were very successful because, again, it sounds like for 3 years you were very positive and you had a very positive outlook, and they went to your channel and they supported that. But this one negativity stuff, listen, you gotta use this as a teachable moment. If there is something negative about Xbox and you agree with it, don't talk about it. Ignore it. Stay away from that topic. I'm Destin. I'm being serious because I think you're a genuine dude, whatever. Just stay away from that topic. And I know you're probably thinking, no, Puerto Rock, no one's gonna stop me. It's Destin, stop. You gotta pick a stance. You got over 100K YouTube subscribers. That is no small feat. You did an outstanding thing. Me, I'm just a do an AK. This shit could disappear tomorrow. I wouldn't give a shit. I'll just start a new one. I'll start with one scratch. Whatever the F. Whatever. Nothing to me. This is not my even closely remotely a source of revenue. This is just a hobby. So there are times on this channel, I talk trash about the Vita. Don't care about what happened. I even said on this channel that the PSP wasn't even a successful venture for PlayStation. And I'm one of the few PlayStation dudes that actually will make that statement. And I've done it on this channel. I've done it on podcast. And I don't give a damn. And I put evidence. Because more often than not, most of my stuff is just factual information or data. Sure, I'm a more PlayStation guy, do whatever. Not really a PlayStation channel, but I'm more partial to PlayStation. But I'm going to go with the information any day of the week. That's why, for a time, when I first started, I used to do a lot of debates. And I used to crush people's debates. Because they thought I was just going to fanboy over PlayStation and not actually go with the facts. And when people saw me debate, they're like, wait a minute, this guy's actually using facts. Yeah, got to go with the facts. But that's just how it is, right? There's like a wave for you. For you, you went with the positivity for Xbox, which I think was a genuine thing. But I don't think you realize you attracted a community that's all they want. And they ain't trying to hear about negativity. There's going to be a few, right, that supports that, because some people are not going to be emotional over it. But the way you sound, and as you said, you lost subscribers, lose money, it sounds like it was pretty important to you. I'll just say that. I ain't going to say it's significant or whatever, but it's important to you. You can't really go there. You got to relax. So my advice, just stay away from the Xbox negativity views. If you don't want to lie or cap or lubricate the emotions because you're not going to go that far, then just ignore the topic. Don't even bring it up, or bring it up in a way that you don't provide an opinion. You just make awareness of it. You know what I'm saying? You got to find a way not to piss these guys off because they will leave you. And they're just going to go to the content creators that they prefer. And in your mind, you're thinking, well, if you don't like what I say, you can leave. No, Destin, you didn't create that channel. Because if that was the type of content you were creating, you're telling me in 3 years, this is the first dissenting thing you bring up about Xbox? You're telling me you didn't go at Xbox for launching without no big killer apps? That wasn't a thing? That's like the most important thing. You're not going to go hold the Xbox accountable for releasing the world's most powerful console and it's a fart in the wind? You're really not going to talk about that? I don't know what to tell you, Are you really not going to talk about that PlayStation potentially could come out with a PS5 Pro and there is no Pro model for the Xbox? There's a lot of things you could be like, yo, this is crazy. You're not going to talk about how Hellblade to this day still primarily just shows facial animations and it's supposed to come out in 2024? Of course, you're not going to touch those stuff and you shouldn't. I'm saying don't. I'm not telling you should make those topics. Don't make those topics. Do not talk about any of that stuff. Because if you release multiple dissenting opinions, you're going to lose a lot of people. Just don't. Just stay the course. Talk about positivity. Listen, you're going to have a lot of people calling you a shill. You're going to have a lot of people calling you just a PlayStation fan, but that's why they can't take you seriously. Brother, don't worry about them because they don't support your channel anyway. They're not there paying. They're not your members. They're not on your Patreon. Focus on the people who are giving their money to you. You owe it to them. They're paying. The guys who are talking trash about you, and I'll talk trash about you a little bit, not personally, but I'll have, negative opinions on your content, whatever, or dissenting opinion on your content. But being real, you owe something to your audience that is actually they're actually paying money from their hard-earned salary and giving it to you. So you got to focus on your community first. You can't focus on the guys simply because they criticize you and they expect something from you. They're not really supporters of your channel. They don't watch your content unless you say something they don't like. And now they're going to try to jump on top of you. And they're not there on the regular watching your shows. And they don't even have to be members and pay you. Just simply subscribe and watch your content. And when you go live, just be there, right? They won't even do that. So why are you worried about them? So my advice, you got a community that will support you, but they want pro Xbox content because they can't get it anywhere else. And you're one of Xbox content creators that are willing to do that. And that's what they expect from you. And that's what you got to give them. Because dissenting opinions, that's everywhere. You can get that everywhere, you know. But people who are willing to go above and beyond that, that's who they're attracted to. And that's it. That's what's crazy, right? Now, we're going to go over and skip to the next segment, which is, and as I set this up, there's one person. Stop talking, Destin. We're going to talk about, let me get this going for you guys. We're going to talk about, boom. We're going to talk about a game called Stellar Blade, right? So, Stellar Blade, the studio that is developing Stellar Blade, is a Korean developer called Shift Up, a new and up-and-coming Korean developer, and Sony has this project to find new talent from different regions of the world. They have the China Hero project, Lost Side, Genshin Impact and stuff. Well, I don't know if Genshin Impact was made in China. I think it was. But they're looking for more talent behind the typical countries that already are. But now another area is, Korea. They're harvesting talent and see, what games come up. One of those talents is Shift Up. And a project that Sony took over, well, not took over, but funded, was called Stellar Blade. Project Yams. You can see from here, everybody's like those yams, those sweet, here we go. Those sweet yams, right? Pervs. Community's nothing but pervs. But anyway, apparently, Shift Up Studio is now officially part of PlayStation's second party program. Now, let me explain what that is in a more digestible sense. Second party partnership is pretty much developers. One of them formerly was Insomniac, but now they're first party because Sony acquired them, right? But for a time, Insomniac was a second party partner. What that means is they were the go-to studio to develop certain IPs, certain ideas. The IPs were owned by Sony, but they were responsible to develop. One of them being Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank was an IP owned by PlayStation, but it was a responsibility for Insomniac to make them, right? Now, what makes a second party relationship different from a first party relationship? Second party relationship means you're not acquired by the publisher. They don't own you. You just have a deal for certain titles to be exclusive to that publisher. So in this case, Stellar Blade, that title is a PlayStation IP, and Shift Up will be responsible to make it. But because they're not a first party, Shift Up still has the room to deal with other publishers. They can deal with Xbox. They can deal with Nintendo, Ubisoft, EA. They are still an open market developer. They just cannot make PlayStation owned IPs for other publishers and other platforms. It's owned by PlayStation. So, for example, Stellar Blade most likely will never come to Xbox, right? Could come to PC as a port, but probably won't come to Xbox or Nintendo, right? But if Shift Up makes a new IP, that new IP can go to a new developer or publisher, stuff like that. They are open to that. Or they can reach out, which most likely what they will do is reach out to Sony first. Hey, Sony, we have another great idea. Do you want to take this on and own this IP? We have no problem, whatever. Sony could look at the IP and they could be like, you know what? Yeah, we will fully fund that. The caveat is Sony will own that IP. That IP will not belong to Shift Up. They are pretty much giving away the ideas and have Sony own it, right? Shift Up wants to keep the game and not have Sony own it, then they won't go to Sony because they already know how the relationship is going to be. They're going to go out there and be like, hey, anybody wants to publish this game? Or if they made enough money, they'll publish it themselves, depending on how it goes, right? They have the freedom to do that. The advantage of a second party is they have somebody they can always go to and build their reputation as a developer. So if Stellar Blade is a great success, they could come out and say, hey, we got another new IP. They make a decision. You know what? We still have to build our reputation. We still need to, be able to advertise ourselves. Let's go to Sony again. Hey, Sony, we have another new IP. We would like this to be made. Sony will look at it and they'll be like, wow, this is fantastic. Hey, you know the deal. This is ours if we make this deal, but we'll fully fund it and all that stuff. Take care of marketing and we'll make sure your studio's successful and all that stuff. Yep. got it. They make it again, boom, studio successful again, right? And as they build their reputation, then other people take notice. EA could come, hey, Shift Up, you've been making great games. If you have another project, especially something in the world like this, let us know. Give us a ring first. We'll be interested. Shift Up comes with a new IP, they'll be like, hey, EA, is this something you would be interested? EA could be like, that's exactly what we're looking for. We're going to publish it, and we're going to put it on every platform. EA will provide them other dev kits if they don't have it. You see what I'm saying? So there's a great opportunity for Shift Up to grow. They're still open to be acquired. Microsoft, let's say Stellar Blade is a success. Microsoft could be like, hey, how you doing? This is Phil Spencer. Hey, this is Phil. You know what I'm saying? This is Phil Dominus Maximus. Yeah, we saw you made an amazing title called Stellar Blade for PlayStation. Yeah, big hit. Yeah, everybody in PlayStation. Yeah, we're done with that. Tomorrow, I'm flying to Korea with acquisition paperwork. You're part of Xbox now. Oh, you're not? No, you're selling. Listen, either you're selling or I'll just go buy Korea. Yeah, okay. See you tomorrow. Click. That could happen too, right? So, anyway, but for those wondering what is Stellar Blade, well, let's just look at it together. We'll do a quick thing here, right? Stellar Blade, Save Humanity from Extinction, and Stellar Blade for PlayStation 5. Reclaim Earth for Humankind at the release of Stellar Blade. Embark on a pulse-pounding... Let me see if I could make this a little bit bigger for you guys. But you don't have to read it. Treat me like an audiobook. Just sit back and listen, enjoy. Embark on a pulse-pounding, narrative-rich action adventure to rescue humanity from the brink of extinction. In a world of teetering, on the edge of annihilation, Earth stands desolate, overrun by enigmatic and powerful creatures. The remnants of humanity have sought refuge in a distant colony among the stars, leaving behind their devastated home. Enter Eve, a paratrooper on a mission of utmost importance to reclaim Earth from the clutches of the native, the hostile entity responsible for Earth's downfall. Her journey from the colony to Earth is fraught with danger and uncertainty. As Eve confronts the native, uncovering the secrets buried within the ruins of civilization, she realizes the complexities of her task. The past holds mysteries that challenge everything she thought she knew, shattering the simplicity of her mission and revealing a web of intrigue and deception. The truth is elusive, and nothing is as it appears in this gripping quest to save humanity. I should have used that voice. Coming in 2024, right? Right now it says the release plate, it says previously mentioned 2023 release window will hold if it might be delayed 2024. I think this game is a 2024 game personally. Stellar Blade features thrilling slice of razor sharp action. Prepare for lightning fast battles as you carve your way through the remnants of Earth, confronting monumental boss encounters that test both your strategic thinking and physical prowess. Execute a symphony of graceful yet devastating attack combinations, evolving and unlocking new moves as you advance. Tailor Eve's ability to your unique style of play with customizable skills. Strengthen her arsenal by upgrading weapons, and enhancing your odds and escalating intensity of each successive boss battle. So this is like an action game. Think, Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, all that good stuff. Great visuals. Let's see. Our game. Let's see if we could get anything specific. What console will Stellar Blade be on? Stellar Blade is a PlayStation 5 console exclusive. Now notice they say console exclusive. They didn't say Stellar Blade is a PlayStation 5 exclusive. Stellar Blade is a PlayStation 5 console exclusive. So this could potentially eventually land on PC. So you PC gamers, look out. There's potential this game will be there. It's Stellar Blade multiplayer game. It is single player only. Who makes Stellar Blade? Well, Shift Up, a Korean developer. Where is Stellar Blade set at? Not too distant future. Ruined beyond recognition during a global invasion that expelled humankind from its home planet. What kind of game is Stellar Blade? A stylized action RPG set in a sci-fi post-apocalyptic world. They mentioned RPG. Action RPG. Interesting. Other games like Stellar Blade. Well, see, this is some of the examples. Nier Automata, Devil May Cry, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Sekiro Shadow Dies Twice. Interesting. Similar to Sekiro. That's interesting. So they now notice they mentioned Star Wars Fallen Order, right? And Shadow Dies Twice. So the one thing about those two games, it has like a Souls-like element to it. You know, like you have the resting fire pit place, whatever, and everything resets. Wonder if Stellar Blade is like that. Have a very Souls type thing. Who knows? Interesting. The combat in Stellar Blade draws inspiration from titles like Nier Automata and Platinum's Bayonetta. You like how I mentioned that, right? Come on. Featuring a blend of melee swordplay and ranged firearms. Expect dynamic and vibrant action with bullet time slowdown, so that's definitely Bayonetta. Exploring weak spots and utilizing the environment during battles. It showcases complexities reminiscent from software games, incorporating intricate mechanics while also embracing the agility of iframe dodging and skillful art-based attack seen in other games. Interesting. So this is pretty cool news. You know, I like the fact that Sony is branching out beyond the many regions where we always see games are made from, and they're expanding. Already seeing the hate behind the game, which is funny, right? Because what's the first thing a lot of gamers complain about? That nobody takes risks. We're seeing the same thing. Everybody's making sequels because it's a safe bet. But then when we do this, they thrash it. I don't know. Anyway, are you getting Stellar Blade day one? I'm getting it day one. It looks good. Check it out. Check it out on YouTube. And we'll see how it goes. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's content. Let me know what you think. Hit me up in the comments section. You can check me out on Twitter, PuertoRock77_. If you're new to the channel, hit the like button and subscribe for more content. And this is your only friend, these YouTube streets, PuertoRock77. And I'm out of here. You guys take care. Peace. Grand opening, grand closing.